Hi Bess, welcome to India. How is India treating you?
Amazing. It's hot, that's for sure, but it's very cool to be out here.
And enjoying the food?
Yes, actually. Although some of it's a little bit spicy, but I reckon by the end of the tour, hopefully I'd have built up an immune to the spice.
What's your favorite dish?
I've had some of the dal, and the paneer. I quite enjoy that. But yeah, I need to expand my vocab on food at the moment, really.
How has it been training in these conditions?
Hot, sweaty, but pretty cool. Adapt to the situations and yeah, tough at times, but it's been pretty cool to kind of come out and be in a venue like this is amazing, really, very lucky. Well, luckily for me, I managed to get on a batting trip out here about a month ago. So I had a bit of an idea of what it was going to be like, and then managed to get onto a WBBL in Brisbane, where it's still pretty warm. So I kind of carried on the acclimatisation, but like just doing things like saunas and trying to get used to the heat as much as possible, and spend time on feet and try and get as fit as possible through the WBBL, really. You
mentioned WBBL. How was it playing in Australia and with Brisbane Heat?
Yeah, cool. It was a very cool experience. Like the girls were great. I welcomed into their family straight away, really. And to manage to be able to see the places around Australia as well, felt like a little bit of a Tommy tourist. But no, to be able to spend some time with new coaches and new people and learn off people like Grace Harris, and it was a very cool experience, that's for sure.
You mentioned Grace Harris. How was it playing with her, and what did you learn from her?
Yeah, good. I mean, there was one time when she broke a bat and I was at the other end and nearly got taken out by that. But other than that, it was great, and it was good to kind of pick everyone's mindsets, really, and try and learn as much as possible and be a sponge in that environment.
Bat incident. Did you both talk about it? What was happening in the middle?
We didn't really talk about it. Like she felt that her bat was going, and then she was like said to the girls like, I might need a new bat. And then she, of course, in the Grace Harris kind of way, she's like, hit it anyway, and still bombs it for 6. So, but no, it was comical, and we laughed about it in the middle, kind of thing. But no, yeah, it was a great experience to be around her.
Let's just go back to the start of your journey. When did your cricket love story start?
Ages ago now. Probably as soon as I could walk, really. I was playing a lot of sport. I have the things of having 3 older brothers. Like I was straight away, it was thrown in the deep end, and you either caught up with them or as you're like on the sideline kind of thing. So it definitely made me try and be better. But I think properly I started around like age 7, where I was playing with boys mostly down at our club, and I played with my brothers all the way through up until I was about 11, and then there was a Derbyshire system through Derbyshire, and worked my way up through the ranks of there, and then academies of RDC, of Yorkshire Diamonds, and just carried on working my way up through the ranks, really.
Seeing Sophie turn her arm around again, how was it?
Yeah, so good. It's so good to have her back around the group. I've not spent a lot of time in and around the group with her, because we're going through rehab and all that kind of thing. So, but she's a great girl, and she's great to get to know. So it's so good to have her back, really, and in amongst the team. And
then talking about you, one of the recipients of the first ever development contracts from England. So how does it feel personally to be one of the recipients?
Oh, amazing, really. Like it's a great opportunity to be around the squad and to learn as much as possible, and hopefully one day work towards getting a full contract. But at the moment, to be able to have that opportunity to have a skills contract like that it's great.
Just talking about the general impact of these contracts, like how would it be impacting the cricketing structure of England and the professional game in the country?
Yeah, well, I suppose like it adds that level of platform along in the way. It's not just a sudden from domestic straight into England. It gives you that stepping stone as to what to work towards, which I think is a very, very exciting prospect, and it breaks down the goals a little bit.
How is it playing with the seniors, gaining from their experience, and what are the few things that you have learned in these few days?
Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, to be around like a great person like Amy Jones and pick her brains and just watch and observe how she goes about her stuff. And to have a little keeping crew, it's quite fun. But yeah, so it's just for me, it's kind of coming into this environment, asking as many questions as I can, and yeah, taking it all on board and hopefully putting it into my own game, and however that looks, really.
And then again, it's not your first international match. You've already made your debut. So how was it receiving your maiden call-up and then the maiden cap?
Oh, it was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. I think I got told about an hour before the game, 2 hours before the game, and my heart rate just peaked, and I was like, it stayed at that level for the whole game, I reckon. But no, luckily my mum and my brother were there to be able to see it as well, which was really nice. But yeah, it was very cool receiving the cap, and because I wasn't really expecting it, because I think I was in and around the squad, and like I say, just trying to take every opportunity as I could and try and be ready for if that opportunity did arise. And yeah, now we're just rolling with the punches. And
you mentioned like your mother and your brother were there to support you. So how has their support been throughout your career since the childhood days?
Immense. I don't think I would have been able to do it without them, to be honest. And especially my brothers keeping me in check along the way, but also kicking me up the backside when I needed it. And my mum and dad have been immense with like taking me around the country. I think the amount of miles that I put on the Land Rover is probably tripled, but yeah, so they've been great.
The 4-day test match is coming. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, good. We've had a bit of a prep towards it, kind of thing. We've had about a month and a bit getting used to like doing saunas and getting used to the heat, but then also trying to spend as much time on feet, or whatever that looks like, getting out for walks or longer runs, and just putting miles through the body a little bit, so we are prepared for it. Obviously it's a relatively new thing with having like 4-day test matches and stuff, so it's a bit of a new area, but I think, like I say, we put a programme towards it, and Shippers is very good and RCC is very good at getting us whipped into shape, really. And
then again, like ready to earn that test cap?
Yeah, hopefully one day. But I'll be around the squad and I'll be ready for any opportunity that comes my way, but not expecting anything.
And you already touched upon this topic, learning from Amy Jones. So do you remember a few anecdotes that have happened between you two, like some questions that you were asked and something that you have learned?
I think the one thing that I've kind of taken away is that we're both very different in the way that we keep, but it's about asking the questions and figuring out my own way, and what way works for me, rather than trying to be something else that I'm not particularly like different ways that she might go about stuff. But it's just in and around of her prep and like like the training drills and stuff that I've really taken away. Yeah.
Talking about your 100 and the Northern Superchargers, you would be up against one of your teammates here, Jemimah Rodrigues. So have you passed around some intel around the team about her?
No. No, Jemmy's a great girl, but unfortunately, no, I've not given any insight inside of that, and I've also not got any from her, unfortunately. But no, excited to kind of get to see her a bit more, and because not actually had much chance to catch up with her yet, so hopefully I will. And
how was playing with her in the 100?
So good. I love Jemmy. She's a great girl. And same with her, the way that she goes about her game. No, she's great to have her in around the squad, that's for sure.
What does the future look like for Bess Heath? What are your immediate goals, both on the field and personal?
Just keep developing my skills, really. Hopefully get selected for the next couple tours coming up. And yeah, just keep developing within my own game, really. There's a few areas that I know I need to nail down. So I've got a good stint of a period back in Jan where I can really focus on my skill work and see where I go from there.